So I wanted to just read you a little bit of this book, And She Laughed. I so enjoyed writing this book. This was my last publication. I totally enjoyed writing the book. It was such a fun adventure. It allowed me to really get out of my own self and really get into the shoes of these characters that God had given me to inspire and encourage women just like you who may be watching this video, who go through certain things in life, and sometimes we don't have the ability to see ourselves as who we really are. And so God gave me this book, And She Laughed. This is volume 1, so you know what that means. There'll be a volume 2. But I wanted to just read you a little bit of Vanessa's story. She is the first person that we hear about in this book. And so we pick up, and I'm going to just read a little bit from here. We're going to pick up right here. Coming from, let's see, this is page 47, chapter 5. And this is one I've gotten a lot of people who've read this part, who've dealt with loss, said that it really ministered to them. So I want to read this to you as well. This is page 47. And this is Vanessa's story, and her husband, Michael, is speaking to her. She lost her mother, dealing with a lot of issues, and really she walked away from her faith and is beginning to come back little by little. So this is what Michael has to say to her. God promised to never leave us nor forsake us. And baby, while I've watched you leave God, I watched him never leave you. His hand has been so evident on your life. You've been so blessed. And it's been God who blessed you. He sent you someone that even though you lost your mom, you never had to go through the pain alone. I wanted nothing more than to carry your pain upon myself so you could be free. Watching you in agony has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to endure because I couldn't fix it. I couldn't take it away, but I prayed for you every single day and night. Some days, my every prayer I prayed some days, my every prayer I prayed all day was for you. He drew closer to her. Attempting to keep her tears locked securely behind her eyes, Vanessa clung on to every word that proceeded out of his mouth. He continued, you see, while we're experiencing pain in this world, God is always there. And if we look for him, we'll find him in circumstances that he allowed to go our way, in the smile of a stranger, in the prayers of a friend, or in the loving arms of someone who cares for us. Baby, all of that is God. And my love for you and your love for me is God. Your mom's love for you, that got you where you are today, is God. When we lose someone we love, our minds frantically search through all the whys and the what ifs, looking for answers and coming up with nothing. But honestly, honey, there are no answers to the questions that can stand up to the facts. And the facts are, God blessed you with a great mother. And even if she couldn't stay with you as long as you desired, you got to experience her life, grow in her love, learn from her wisdom, and most importantly, she gave you something so precious. She gave you God, and God gave you the gift of her. We can't be mad when God comes to claim his gifts back to himself. They are gifts on borrowed time, and eventually we will all be claimed back to the gifter. But if we appreciate and love the gift, when they're claimed back, we can celebrate, knowing they are now getting the best life has to offer in the presence of the one that gifted us with a beautiful life here on earth and an eternal home with him in heaven. It's all a beautiful gift, baby. And that's why I never spend one day taking you for granted, because you are my gift, just as your mom was yours. And so that's just a little bit of Vanessa's story of her husband ministering to her. That chapter is called The Gifter and His Gift.